And whoever you are and wherever you are, gather around the radio, because I'm DJ Tan from Fairbanks, Alaska, and this is Axes, Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools, a northern voice for rock and roll and all recorded musics. Straddling the world and looking down, but not looking down. Spreading the gospel of rock and roll far and wide. Axes, Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools is a non-profit attempt to bring rock and roll to the hinterlands to all our boys abroad and all our ships at sea. Wherever the signal goes, that's where we'll be, because you can't stop the signal and you can't stop rock and roll, and God damn it. Why would you want to? No, you wouldn't. So let's not even go there. Hey, what have we rocking, rolling, twisting, turning, strolling, strutting, bopping, she-bopping, bop-bobaloo bopping, re-bopping, and slipping, sliding, slopping on the whole eternal playlist right now here in the Now Share, this little section of the Now we have carved out for ourselves to together enjoy rock and roll and recorded musics from time immemorial. So what do we got? All right, okay. There was this great band, 80s sort of a Paisley Underground California band called Dream Syndicate. They had a killer couple guitarists. Their first one, Carl Percoda, is remarkable. And oh God, I can't even remember then they picked up the guitarist from 45 Grave, and anyway, the Dream Syndicate, some great albums. They broke up, and their lead singer, songwriter, and rhythm guitarist Steve WYNN made several solo albums and did an album with Dan Green from Danny Stewart from Green on Red, and anyway, before eventually the Dream Syndicate got back together and are together now, and have been putting out some psychedelic road music. Old alternative guys doing psychedelic road music. Get in the van, fuckers. All right, here we go. So this is from the 1999 solo album from Steve WYNN, My Midnight. First track we're going to listen to is Mandy Breakdown, and we're going to wrap it up with Cats and Dogs. This is Steve WYNN, Mandy Breakdown.
Breaking bad news. Never was anything you could use. There was just too much time for worry. Memory fades into deeper shades of gray. Everything's fine. You barely
some orchestral psychedelia from Steve Wynn, ex of once and future member of Dream Syndicate at this point. The album is My Midnight. The year is 1999, right on the verge of the big break, the millennium. You know, Y2K. It happened, man. It happened, and we're living in the aftermath. We're drinking the backwash of Y2K, man. All right. So we're gonna wrap it up. Steve Wynn with Cats and Dogs, also off My Midnight. Cats and Dogs. Easy breezy, yet Paisley undergroundish at the same time. Steve Wynn, Cats and Dogs, off the My Midnight album, which we started with Mandy Breakdown, wrapped it up with Cats and Dogs. Steve Wynn, who at this time was between stints in the Dream Syndicate, which he founded, and Dream Syndicate will be coming. Mark my words. Mark my words. Yay. I say unto thee, there will be Dream Syndicate. Coming on Axis Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools. And hey, you know, I'm DJ Than from Fairbanks, Alaska. And this is Axis Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools, your favorite place to be on YouTube, home of the hits and the happenings, the last place in the world that rock and roll recorded music can do you any harm, because this is a no judgment zone. This is a lunatic's home. This is a place where the buffalo roam, and free range, that is. So we free range through rock and roll safely and in the spirit of good fun. Axes, Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools endorses good fun of the rock and roll variety. So do tune in, turn on, and drop back by whenever you get the chance. Thank you so much.